How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to get another review. A little bit of hazy New England style IPA time in the form of Maine Brewing Company's Lunch. I can't believe I haven't reviewed this before. There's been a couple beers I've gotten as of late, and I'm like, oh, I'll review this before, and then I go and look, and I haven't. Lunch is one of them. Kind of OG status when it came to like one of the line waiting beers out there. It's one of the originators of a kind of kicking off the kind of New England hazy wait in line kind of stuff. It's not going to look as crazy, turbid, and hazy as probably what you would assume that moniker goes with nowadays. But for me, it's one of the OGs, big, huge IPAs from the New England area, so hence any IPA form. So yeah, kind of excited to give it a whirl, because like I said, it was, you have to get tickets for it, I believe, back in the day, and you have to go wait in line, do all that stuff. I pulled this off a shelf today in Jersey, and I could have got as many as I wanted. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad beer, just availability tends to do that sometimes. So I'm going to dive into it, see what she's got. As far as what it says on here, it says lunch, India Pale Ale, do what's right, drink this beer fresh. On the back here, thank you for drinking our beer. Lunch is a special whale that has been spotted off the Maine coast since 1982. She has what looks like a bite taken out of her fin, which adds to her unique character. We dedicate this beer to determination and persistence. Keep on swimming. They go into about what they do at Maine, and I believe they're a C Corp or B Corp. I mean, and they donate pretty much a lot of their profits and proceeds go to, like, you know, environmental causes and things like that. 7% alcohol by volume, and this was bottled 14 days ago. So that's fresh enough for me. It says drink within 90 days, done and done. Quintessential Maine bottling styling. Let's see what she's got. So yeah, like I said, they tend to do quite a bit of environmental, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't quite place it on there. I don't know why. They're very conscious about the environment. They want to do the right thing. And a lot of people poop on their price point when it comes to their stuff. I paid $7 for this bottle. So if you times that by 4, you know, you're looking at a $28 4-pack, because it's a little bit over 16 ounces. With the amount of effort and money they put in the environment, I actually don't have a problem with that. But we'll get to that in the pricing portion of the show. What do we have here? Almost 2 fingers of just off-white, slightly yellowish, infinitely creamy, super deep beveling, pretty uniform bubble throughout. Subtly hazed, as I said. It's a hazy beer as far as I'm concerned, but you kids nowadays, that would be what you would call almost clear, I would say. But yeah, she looks the part of an old school IPA. Get a nose on her. Yeah, rich, sweet citrus, not a ton of bitterness there. If there is a bitterness, it's a generic bitterness. It's not like a pithy, rindy kind of citrus. It's like a sweet but not candied citrus. A little bit of soft melon vibes, a little bit of soft tropical fruit vibes on the edge of that, but most of it's citrus driven, and that soft bitterness on the edges. But yeah, she smells quite nice. Nice sweetness to that kind of hop fruit bitterness, and that's where you're getting that kind of hop fruit perception from, but then you get that balancing sweetness to get you to that kind of fruited portion to show with a little bit of generic bitterness on the side. Let's take a dive. Cheers. Very soft. That citrus rides throughout. It's still not all that bitter and not that pithy. It's more of that non-candied but very sweet citrus. Then you have that kind of slightly green kind of bittering, a little bit of resin on it. So it definitely leans a little bit West Coast, but it definitely has a lot of East Coast influence. Very soft, not very dense, very drinkable. Quintessential old school tasty beer. It's one of those things where, you know, the beer hasn't gotten any worse. A lot of people be like, oh, it used to be better back in the day. No, it hasn't really changed all that much. Has it changed slightly? I assume it has. But where I think you see a lot of talk and thought about beers like these is that our palates have changed, because we've been bombarded with so many different flavors that this beer has been a little bit kind of stayed the course, while other beers have either hurled it and gone past it in certain directions of flavor. When you're talking about a higher ABV, 7% IPA, and you want a decent amount of West Coast and East Coast influence in a super drinkable package, you're not going to find as tasty of a bevy. to be perfectly honest with you. It's not super impactful. It's not gonna, wow you with a crazy 2x4 to the face of hops. What's gonna give you is a clean package, beautiful ass lacing, and super tasty beer. Again, there's a lot of them. Let's just cut to the chase because I already covered it. This is one of the better IPAs I've had of late. It's definitely worthy of being in the conversation. It's just not going to be up there at the top, even for me. I like the newer ones that much. They're going to do me more proper. But this one, just kind of, it's just so well made. It's just always a pleasure to drink. Value and availability, like I said, $7, a little bit on the high end, but where I know that money's going, I don't have much of a problem with it. Plus, it's more of a one-off because if it's package and presentation, it doesn't bother me as much because it's like a one-off thing, so I honestly don't mind it. Availability, like I said, I can find it on shelves now and leave you with if you like what we like this. If you like new school, old school IPAs, if you like a little west or east, and you like really well-made beers, this is going to definitely do you proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice... hazy right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.